Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of this new series on my channel, Fixing Shinies. In this series, I take a look at 5 Pokemon and their shiny forms and see if I can make a better shiny than the Pokemon Company can. In this series, I'll try to do 3 things per episode. 1, Pokemon I really want to change, 2, that I'm neutral with, and 2, that you, the viewers, get to pick. So, just to let you all know, the artwork in the top left is the normal non-shiny, and the top right is its actual shiny. And the 3 edits aren't in any special order. And if you want to be picked, you have to suggest a Pokemon and the color you want to make it. Sorry about not uploading last week, I just got really busy and couldn't upload. For this week's shiny that I wanted to fix, I chose Toxel. Personally, I really dislike its shiny. I think its pink color is the only color that really doesn't look good on it. So, for the top, I made its body black and its electricity white. In my opinion, this is the best option. I also tried to make it light blue and yellow as they both capture the idea of its electricity and its 2 evolutions. There's not much to say for it, because I really only had the one idea in mind, so this is kind of a short one. For today's first neutral, I chose Abra. Its shiny is really plain, and like most of the neutrals, is just really bad. So for the top, I made it pink to try to match with its evolution shinies where they develop the pink armor. I also tried making Abra orange on the bottom left. And I think it looks decent, but it's definitely not my favorite. My favorite is the bottom right, where I made it a yellow-orange and made its armor blue. There aren't many colors that look good on Abra, and even fewer that look good when you change its armor. But I think this would have been a much better shiny, but let me know what you guys would have done. For the second neutral, I chose Skrill. Its shiny isn't that bad, but I just thought it could be better. So for the top, I tried to make it a greenish palette for its colors, and I actually think it looks really good, seeing as most Pokemon don't have a good shiny if it's green. So I would have much rather this. I also like the bottom left's design, where it is red and blue. I think it's a really cool look, but it doesn't feel right for Skrill. And for the bottom right, I try to make it a more pink shiny, keeping it with its base of pink and changing the brown to purple. I feel that this would have been a more realistic color for the Pokemon Company to pick. For this week's first viewer pick shiny, we have Pikachu. This was suggested by Nuke Destroyer. I think we can all agree that Pikachu shiny is pretty lame. It's just a minor hue shift to a yellow-orange. So for the top, I made it an actual orange instead. I'm going to explain the bottom left after I explain the viewer shiny for this Pokemon. Nuke Destroyer suggested I do a red Pikachu with blue cheeks. And the blue cheeks idea I thought was a really good idea, but I just didn't think Pikachu looks good in red. So, that is why for the bottom left I kept its base shiny, but changed its mouth and cheeks to blue. I think it looks really cool, and while it's subtle, I think it's the perfect shiny for Pikachu. Thank you Nuke Destroyer for suggesting this Pokemon. And now the moment most of you have been waiting for. How to change Garchomp. Garchomp is probably the most, if not one of the most hated shinies in the Pokemon community. Garchomp is a big fan favorite, so you'd expect it to have a good shiny, but the Pokemon Company just did not deliver. But I believe I did. So, before I explain what I did and why I did, I just want to explain that Garchomp was actually one of the 6 Pokemon I had fixed when I was thinking about doing this series a very long time ago. So if you remember, Garchomp is actually based off of this. And believe it or not, I didn't even look at the original idea when I did this, and it ended up almost perfectly recreating it. So my idea was still preserved in the back of my head. So, why did I make it look like that for the top? Well, since Garchomp is based off a shark, I decided to give it a gray body and white fangs with white teeth, as well as part of its stomach and head. And I gave it a red chest because sharks and blood go hand in hand. It's gotta be my favorite of 3, but only just. In the bottom left, I went for a purple base and a blue chest, which I personally think still looks really good and probably would have been a more realistic color for the Pokemon Company to pick. And for the bottom right, Shiny Poiple suggested I make it red and white, and I also think it's still a really cool design. So far, Garchomp has been my favorite Pokemon to fix since it has so much potential. I even had a green idea before I went down the purple route. So that's all I have for this week's episode. Sorry for missing the upload. I'm going to try to start making these videos earlier so I have more time to edit and make the video. So make sure to leave your comments before Wednesday, as after that point I won't be looking anymore and I've already picked my 2 viewer shinies. If your comment didn't make it in, you can always try again or maybe even suggest something different. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all again next time. Bye.